And good job on tilting the waters of debate towards the dark waters of chaos. Delegates, you people make me sick. Israel, Iran, and Saudi Arabia working together? Why? For discouraging premarital sex and promoting gender equality? What nonsense is this? Next thing you're going to tell me is that Saudi Arabia and Israel think sodomy is a fantastic colon cleanse. Just before Israel said that Islam is a backwards religion.
Guys, how do you guys feel about the coalition you guys have forming with Israel and you guys versus everybody else?
We believe we are the trifecta. Yeah, and I think we can create real change with this trifecta of opposing views. I think together. Yeah, I think we have a really strong powerhouse of wealth.
But what are you
knowledge.
guys?
Is to divest money from female education,
Yeah,
because it's overfunded, honestly, and then move it over to maternal health, not sexual health, not
focusing on like maternal health and like perinatal
Why not sexual
and
health?
prenatal. It doesn't coincide with our values.
Yeah,
Why?
the Middle East isn't really one to promote premarital sex. We do want to obviously educate about health risks, but we don't want to do it in a way that allows them to know how to circumvent it, because this actually acts as a good sort of like caution for people not to engage in premarital sex.
But what is the opposite?
To change our values and our traditions, and it's not.
Are you guys
it's not
promoting
working
that
for us.
gender equality is right and
Yeah,
that women
gender-
should be
Gender equality is
It's
great.
fine. It's fine. It's
Within
just like,
our values. not
and
within
that
Western
women should be
values.
treated less than men?
no.
No.
We're just saying we don't want to encourage premarital sex because that goes outside of Sharia law and that goes outside of our religious beliefs, and we don't want to promote that.
The United States is talking about how abortion is legal already and that restrictions on abortions don't exist. I'm sorry, United States, but mentioning how it is legal doesn't scoot under the key issue here. Saying that restrictions shouldn't exist doesn't actually make them go away. United States, you take the truth and drag it through the mud and out the gates like you do to so many of your migrant workers. While you ruin the truth like your mother's futures, look at what Canada has to deal with.
This is Alex Leonard, correspondent of BBC. I'm here with Kathleen, representative of the United States of America. To start, we want to send our condolences to the recent victim who was found frozen to death at the US-Canada border. Can you issue a public apology?
The U.S. is appalled by this tragedy, the loss of life of this woman who should have had access in her own state and should not have been
What can the US do to improve rates of accessibility?
Definitely whole women's health versus Hellerstedt. We're very pleased with that Supreme Court ruling. Unfortunately, many clinics were closed, but clinics that are remaining will not be closed due to those same reasons. Future clinics will also not be subject to those restrictions that caused those clinics to close. Also very pleased that the Republican health bill failed in the House yesterday. That bill would have defunded Planned Parenthood, whereas now, due to that failure, the Affordable Care Act is still the policy, and that act provides support for Planned Parenthood. So we're really pleased that that Planned Parenthood clinics will remain open and will remain a really wonderful resource for women in the United States who need access to those kinds of. I would say that the right is rising. There is huge issues domestically in the United States. It's very divided right now. It's extremely polarized. For as much as the right is rising, the left is pushing back, and there are many, many people who are committed to maintaining these rights for American women, and we hope to continue to support that, and that there'll be the law of the land.
Okay, excellent. This has been Alex Leonard signing off for BBC. Thank you.
Largely this was a domestic problem for them, and we're I guess being seen as an asylum to reach this service by some of their citizens. Now, as they've made clear to us, abortion is still legal for them there.
Yeah.
So there's some unclearness in terms of why they're coming to us.
Okay.
But you know, since 1988, abortion's been legal at all stages of pregnancy for Canada.
Okay.
So we're continuing to provide this service, but I believe that we're not going to close our borders based on what's happening to U.S. women.
Okay.
But we need.
And will you take in all the women who have been rejected from the U.S. because they cannot access abortion clinics?
I mean, we will continue to provide our services to people that show up at our hospitals looking for them. We're not at the point where we're advertising as a solution to a problem that they might be having.
Okay.
But women that show up to our hospitals looking for care will receive it. But we will be targeting some of these organizations that are advertising to women and trafficking these women over the border to prevent that. You know, I think that currently Canada is not in the position to be necessarily discussing what U.S. policy is, but our policy remains that we are pro-choice and abortion remains legal in Canada at all stages of pregnancy.
Okay, thank you so much.
How do you think this will be affecting kind of aid on this end?
Well, we're really hoping to look for other sponsors other than the United States. Obviously, they're in a tumultuous point in their history and are relatively unreliable in terms of what sort of commitments they can provide. And we are looking to hit our development of health on longer-term partners like China, Switzerland, Canada, rather than the incredibly unstable United States of America at this time. And I would like to take this opportunity to condemn the United States and their actions within their borders. The fact that mothers are fleeing across the Canadian border and freezing in the winter is completely unacceptable. They call themselves a developed country, but last time I checked, Kenya didn't have any mothers freezing at the border.
Okay, all right, thank you so much for your comments.
I would also like to make a statement about health. Health is something that's global, and no borders could control that. Health is a universal issue. Everyone should be involved in it and try to raise the health standard in the whole world instead of just focusing on their own countries.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Hi, so I'm speaking with Germany here. I am Fiona from Al Jazeera. And Germany, what is your stance on your lack of NGO support?
Yeah, so I know that UK has communicated with various NGOs and pharmas, but I just want to point out that our objectives and our opinions are very different from UK. So if you did not like what UK did, since they sometimes don't put really deep thoughts into what they say, come and support us. We actually have like a lot of supporters, a lot of countries that are part of our plan. And so this plan of ours is going to be really successful. And if you want to gain,
and you guys also have this sponsorship of the Red Cross now,
yes,
right? Yes,
definitely.
Which is a powerful tool that
so it's
going to help
this
them.
long